Soon, the galaxy will be remade. The Jedi and the Republic will die.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi.
Great care we must take.
Why would anyone walk away from being a Jedi?
We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
We clones have mixed feelings about the war. Without it, we wouldn't exist.
All part of the plan. The plan. Everything is about to change. Every choice made has led to this.
What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today, finally in January, we have the first official main trailer for Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, with a brand new release date, as initially Disney Plus announced that the series would be releasing on February 17th, with it now being confirmed that the release date was actually changed, and we will get the first episode of The Clone Wars on Disney Plus on the 21st of February. But now that you guys have actually seen the trailer, let's go ahead and break down everything that we learned. Before we go into shot by shot, I kind of want to talk about a lot of the major revelations and story arcs going on here. A lot of what was actually supposed to be covered originally in Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7 was covered in the Ahsoka novel, or at least the first half of the novel, which detailed what Ahsoka was up to before the events and leading into the events of Order 66. And with this trailer, as well as various hints from people at various cons, it seems as if we will in fact be seeing Order 66 in the Clone Wars Season 7. We'll just be seeing a completely different point of view of Order 66 with Ahsoka, rather than the characters that we follow in Revenge of the Sith. A few years ago, it was confirmed by Dave Filoni that the Clone Wars Season 7 was actually going to show Order 66, and that the Clone Wars Season 7 would ultimately serve as a companion piece to Revenge of the Sith, just following different characters than we see in Revenge of the Sith, of course namely Ahsoka and Rex, as well as the main villain of Season 7, Maul, who it seems as if various comments over this trailer does in fact confirm that Maul knows something of Order 66 and the plan of the Sith to destroy the Jedi, as it appears as if he's talking with Ahsoka, telling her that the galaxy is about to be reformed, but we'll get into that a little later. Now let's go ahead and start with our breakdown. The last time we actually saw Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, he was captured by Darth Sidious. However, with the comic book The Son of Dathomir, we learned that Maul actually managed to escape Sidious. However, in the ensuing battles that would follow, General Grievous would manage to kill Maul's own mother, Mother Talzin. However, with the help of various Mandalorians still under his control, Darth Maul managed to escape his former master, and again return to the planet of Mandalore. Darth Maul mentions that the Republic and the Jedi are about to die, and that the galaxy will be remade, of course referring to the rise of the Empire, and again hinting at the fact that Maul knows something of the plan of the Sith. It's unlikely that he knows a lot of the greater details, but again, he knows that the Sith have some sort of plan, and he knows who his master is. The whole course of the season will sort of follow Maul as his scramble for power before the official rise of the Sith. As in Maul learned in The Son of Dathomir, as well as in the end of the Clone Wars, he's really no match for Darth Sidious, so his ultimate goal is a grab for power before the Sith officially rise, and in the Clone Wars Season 7, Maul sees that as Mandalore. We actually get to see a few images of Mandalore burning after Darth Maul takes it over yet again, post this civil war with Mandalore. We learn though that primarily Bo-Katan is very much against Darth Maul, and actually reaches out to the Jedi, namely Ahsoka, Ahsoka in a bid for help against Maul, as again technically Maul is the official leader of Mandalore after he defeated and conquered Pre Vizsla in single combat. There's also some images of the Bad Batch arc, one of the arcs in the Clone Wars that I'm the most excited to see, as it'll show us an early version of the clone troopers that are very much different but still effective, and some of the best fighting clone troopers that we've ever seen in Star Wars, something in Legends that I love. Following this, in one of the most compelling shots of the entire trailer, we actually see a group of Jedi as well as what looks to be Cody standing around a holo table. If you look in the background, you can actually see Depa Billaba, and standing next to her Padawan Caleb Dune, or as he would later go on to be known as Kanan Jarrus, the main character in Star Wars Rebels. There's actually even a whole lot more going on here after the first viewing, as you realize that this is a scene directly lifted from Revenge of the Sith, as Mace Windu references the plot to destroy the Jedi, as well as Yoda. This is actually the moment in Revenge of the Sith just before Palpatine reveals to Anakin exactly who he is, again confirming to us that the Clone Wars Season 7 and Revenge of the Sith will very much grow to be companion pieces with one another, and that this is really one of the last peaceful moments where the Jedi will meet. The next shot we get is actually of Darth Maul, who appears to have captured the clone known as Jesse. He's using the Force on him, similar to what we see Kylo Ren do in The Force Awakens, seemingly trying to pull information from his mind. Again, a pretty well-known dark side ability. It's unknown exactly what Maul is trying to learn here from Jesse, but I would venture a guess it may have something to do with Order 66, or potentially something having to do with the Siege of Mandalore. We then get some stuff with Ahsoka in the lower levels of Coruscant, as we'll actually get to see what Ahsoka was up to after departing the Jedi Order, with a lot of people questioning these two new characters, twins, why anyone would ever want to leave the Jedi Order. Ahsoka's response is actually really intriguing, saying that they were supposed to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers, something that Mace Windu says all the way back in Attack of the Clones, and very much detailing the idea that the Jedi have moved past what the Order was always supposed to be, and because they have lost track of that, their ultimate failure is on the horizon with Darth Sidious. We then get to see a very friendly meeting, in fact, between Bo-Katan and Ahsoka, as Ahsoka seemingly agrees to undertake the Siege of Mandalore. Following this, though, is a response by Captain Rex to Ahsoka that I find super interesting, with Rex saying that the clones actually have mixed opinions on the war as well, as without the war they wouldn't be around, but again, they don't necessarily agree with the way it's being conducted. This is a really interesting topic that hasn't really been explored in Star Wars before, how the clone troopers feel about the war, and how it has impacted them. In Legends, the idea has been introduced that the clone troopers were sort of treated as slaves, but that's not something that's been explored in canon before, but it is something that I would love to see touched upon in Season 7. We then cut back to a voiceover by Maul, talking again about this plan, the plan of the Sith, of course. He's being very cryptic, but it's clear that Maul knows something that he wants to reveal, but again, he wants the Jedi and the Republic to fall as bad as Sidious does. Despite no longer being aligned with the Sith, he realizes who the dominant force in the galaxy is going to be. We then get a shot of a Revenge of the Sith era Anakin, barging through a door, attacking Admiral Trench. We then get an awesome shot of Ahsoka's clone troopers just before the Siege of Mandalore, as well as following this, a shot of some of Maul's Mandalorians battling clone troopers on the planet of Mandalore. Next up is actually a scene between Anakin Skywalker and his wife Padme, where it's very clear that Padme is pregnant, but chronologically, Anakin doesn't actually know this yet, as he learns this in the opening moments of Revenge of the Sith. Following this is of course naturally my favorite part of the whole trailer, Darth Maul and Ahsoka's confrontation in the throne room of Mandalore. We see Darth Maul has constructed another lightsaber, one different than the one that we see him wielding in Star Wars Rebels. In Rebels, it was clear that Darth Maul's lightsaber had actually been constructed by welding several Inquisitor's lightsabers together, and this one is still his original blade and then a partially constructed version of it. It is different from his Rebels lightsaber, indicating of course that he either loses it during this confrontation or later. In Rebels, we got some comments between Ahsoka and Maul, which actually referenced this very moment in this duel. In the Ahsoka novel, it is actually confirmed that Ahsoka manages to beat Maul here, but because of Order 66, Maul is able to escape. So this battle is likely coinciding with Mace Windu's duel with Darth Sidious, and just mere moments before Anakin Skywalker's march on the Jedi Temple and Operation Nightfall. And the final important shot is Ahsoka in what appears to be some type of room with Rex laying unconscious on the floor. This is likely during the events of Order 66, and some people behind Star Wars The Clone Wars actually said that they don't know whether or not Captain Rex actually initiated Order 66. What this could actually mean is Ahsoka may have force-pushed Rex into this room, not wanting to kill him, but it is possible that Rex actually momentarily turned on Ahsoka. In the Ahsoka novel, this did not happen, but again, they are taking liberties here. And personally, I do think it's really interesting the fact that Rex may have at first initiated Order 66, but was stopped by Ahsoka. I find this to be more interesting than Rex actually removing his chip beforehand. Anyway though guys, that's my full breakdown of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, the official full trailer. Again, it's set to release in just about a month from now, but what are your guys' thoughts on this? And are you liking what you're seeing from The Clone Wars Season 7 already? As always my friends, thank you so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.